In case you didn't notice, digital marketing is changing faster than ever. In fact, things that were working 9 months ago are starting to fade and not work as well today. And here's the scary truth. If you're still relying on blogging and posting to social media, hoping that your Google rankings are going to stay the same, you're already falling way behind. So in this video, I'm going to break down 5 powerful digital marketing strategies that you need to implement today. So let's get into it. So let's start with something that has changed immensely this last year and will continue to move into the future, and that's focusing on the local map pack. So first of all, what the heck am I even talking about? So what I'm talking about is when you go to Google and you do a near me search, so I could say, home builder near me, what you're gonna see is this map pack. This is what I'm talking about. So there's a map here to the right, and then there are businesses here to the left. And so we're talking about getting your business to rank inside of the local map pack. So why is this so important? Well, according to some recent data from Rank Tracker, 42 to 44% of all clicks for near me searches happen in the Google Map Pack. And businesses in the top 3 of that map pack see 126% more traffic and 93% more actions like calls or bookings. That simply means that if you are a local business that has an actual brick and mortar location that services clients, you have to be found in the map pack. And if you're not being found in the map pack, you are missing out on tons of customers. So focusing on knowing how to rank in the map pack is something you have to do this next year. And if you need help with that, we have some really helpful resource guides that I'll have a link to in the description below, so check that out. The next thing that I would make sure that you focus on this upcoming year is that SEO is shifting to YouTube. It's no secret that YouTube is the second largest search engine on the planet, and video content is starting to take over search results. So let me show you what I'm talking about here. There's been this interesting trend, especially since about January of 2025, where Google is starting to heavily weigh YouTube videos in the search results and in the AI overview. So for example, if I typed in like how to do a fall overseed for grass, right, in your lawn, look at this. We have a YouTube reference here. We have YouTube videos coming up before even the top 10 blue links, right? Those are pretty much gone. They're not working anymore the way that they used to. But if you look here, YouTube is being referenced several times on the first page of Google. So what that means is that if you want to be able to rank on the first page of Google, you've got to start shifting your SEO strategy over to YouTube. All the same traditional SEO strategy that you used to use for your blog post to try and get net new in can be applied to YouTube. One question I get asked all the time is, well, how do I use YouTube for my business? Do I just make commercials? And the answer is no, don't make commercials. Instead of making commercials, just like you used to do with your content marketing with blogs, the whole idea there was to answer questions and build trust so that they have interactions with you, so that it moves them down the funnel of being ready to actually do something about the things that you offer. So when I talk to clients and I consult with them on what they should do with their YouTube channels, one of the very first pieces of advice that I give them is to create a video answering the most common question that your clients ask. Making a video about something like this is incredibly easy because you don't even need a script. You just need to be able to answer the question that you commonly answer every single day. But by answering that question, you're building a touch point with that person, you're building trust with that person, and you are coming off as a resource or an authority in the space to be able to look for more answers that might be related to the question that they had. And not only that, but the fact that you have a video answering that question specifically can help you to come up in Google search now. Now we're gonna have a lot more videos coming out on this subject of how do you shift your SEO to YouTube, but this is something that you need to focus on this year and have on your radar. Now another strategy that is in tandem with creating YouTube videos is actually embedding the YouTube videos that you make onto your pages on your website. So for example, if you go to the blog on BKA Content and we open up this how to get more traffic with the Google Map Pack, you can see here that we have a blog post that has our YouTube video embedded. Now, this is really important for 2 reasons. Number one, it makes this content way easier to consume, right? People like watching a video versus just reading tons and tons of text. So you're gonna get more people that actually watch the video than necessarily read your blog post. But the second biggest benefit of posting a relevant YouTube video that you made on a piece of content that is also relevant is it is like steroids for Google. In our test of doing this, we've seen the number of keywords that rank in the top 3 spots on Google 3 or 5 times just by embedding relevant content in a blog post. And we actually have an entire video showing those results in that test. So if you want to see that, I'll put that link in the description below. But instead of just being one-dimensional and having a blog post and a video, you can actually double dip and get way more value by combining the power of both Google search for content with YouTube together on your website pages and get a lot of extra gains this next year. This next big strategy is kind of a game changer. Well, you probably guessed it, we're talking about AI, but not just regular AI and like write me an article, but agentic or agent AI. The power of what these agents can do can save you so much time and give you really good analysis of things. And that's how I would like to think about it. Agent mode in ChatGPT is built for analysis. So how could you use an agent tool for analysis to help you with your digital marketing? Well, let me give you an example. So if you're paying for ChatGPT, you have access to agent mode. And the way that you get to agent mode is you just click this plus button and you can click agent mode right here. But what's really cool about agent mode is you can give it responsibilities or tell it to act as if it were something like a research agent. So for example, this year, if you needed to take a look at your pricing, you could literally ask this agent to take a look at your top 5 competitors, analyze the pricing and their offers, and give you suggestions on what it thinks you could do to be able to be more competitive. Now, another way that you could use this agent mode is, before we were talking about YouTube and how important it is to be able to make YouTube content. Well, you can literally prompt the agent mode here to research the top 10 YouTube channels about digital marketing if that was your space. I'm just using that for the example today. Analyze the top 20 videos on each channel by view count, analyze the titles, and give me 30 title and video suggestions that I could use to get more views on YouTube. Deliver this in a PDF report with sections and headings. And what you'll find is it'll take the agent about 30, maybe 40 minutes, but just think of how taxing that would be for you to actually do. How many hours would that take you to do that sort of analysis? But that is where agent mode really shines, is with analysis. So after about 30 minutes, you're gonna see here that I have this PDF report now of what it did, all the top channels that it found, and all of the data that it's giving me, as well as, if you scroll to the very end of this document, it's giving me a whole bunch of recommended video ideas based on the analysis that it did. Pretty amazing, right? So being able to use these AI tools in 2026 is going to be so important to make sure that you are able to stay competitive and ahead of the game. The last strategy that you need to focus on is simply a mind shift of what SEO means. So before, SEO would stand for search engine optimization, but the truth is that there's a lot more places than just Google search engine, and actually Google search engine is looking at all of those other places in order to make its determination of whether or not it's showing the best result that answers the user query question. So the better way to think about SEO is to actually think of it as search everywhere optimization. And let me show you what I'm talking about. So inside of Google, if I want to know how to insert keywords into content and I hit enter, you'll find here that Google is pulling from lots of different places, right? They're pulling from our blog at BKA Content, but if I scroll down, so you can see here that YouTube is being referenced, so you'd want to make sure that you apply good SEO practice and create content for YouTube. If you scroll down even further, Google is now showing discussions and forums, right? So things on Reddit and other places. So those are other places like LinkedIn and things like that that you would also want to create content for in SEO for that platform. And if we scroll down further, you can see that they have short videos now that are actually being referenced. So short videos and long videos, you could put 2 different types of videos on YouTube and get double the play. So the point is there are more things that you need to be optimizing for than just Google. That includes things like YouTube, Reddit, LinkedIn, short video content. Even things on social media now are now being factored in when Google decides what results it wants to show on the first page. So as you can see, things are moving fast. But by implementing these strategies, you're going to be way ahead of the game to be able to make sure that your content, which is everywhere, is now going to show up on Google. The future of digital marketing isn't about doing more. It's about doing more of the right things. And the right time to start doing those things is right now if you want to keep your competitive edge. If you found this video helpful, please make sure to hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so that you'll be notified when we put out more helpful content like this. And if you want to learn about a bonus strategy of turning your YouTube videos into blog content and double dipping on Google, then make sure you watch this video. In this video, we show you the easy process of using AI to turn your YouTube videos into blog posts. So watch this video, and I'll see you over there.